This is Math 7-6, Lesson 113, Ratio Problems with Totals. In some ratio problems, a total is used as part of the calculation. Consider this problem. The ratio of boys to girls in the class was 5-4. If there were 27 students in the class, how many girls were there? Well, it seems like we don't know enough information to solve this problem, but we actually do. So normally when we have a ratio box, we do one column for the ratio, and one column for the actual number. And they've given us a ratio of boys to girls. We have boys mentioned first, so that's in the top, to girls. And then the first number mentioned is 5, and the second is 4. So the ratio of boys to girls is 5-4. They don't tell us how many boys are in the class, and they don't tell us how many girls are in the class. They tell us how many total are in the class. The total number of people in the class is 27 over here. So we have a third row here named total. So if we know there are 5-4 ratio, then we add those numbers and have for a total in the ratio of 9. We are looking for how many girls there are. So this is the unknown. So we can set up two equal fractions and then solve by cross multiplying or just by using a renaming of 1. So we call this 4/9, which are these two numbers, equals x over 27. We see that 9 times 3 is 27. We'll multiply 4 times 3, and we find that 4 times 3 is 12. There are 12 girls in the class. Just extra row for the total column will help solve. In the example in the book, they tell us the ratio of football players to band members on the football field was 2-5. Altogether, there were 175 football players and band members on the football field. How many football players were on the field? So we're going to do the same general idea. We'll have a ratio box, but since we're dealing with totals here, we're going to add the row for totals. So we'll have as before, the ratio and the actual. The ratio will be between football players and band members. So here's football up here and band here. And we'll have that extra row for the total. So the ratio of football to band is 2-5. The total will be 2 plus 5, or 7. And then they tell us that in total there are 175 band or football people on the field. They want us to solve for how many football players are on the field, so that's your unknown. So we have two fractions we can write. We can say 2-7, so that's the number of football players of the total, equals the number of football players, which we're trying to figure out, over 175. To figure out what the ratio is between 175 and 7, we can divide. And we see that 7 times 25 equals 175. So we do the same thing to the numerator. 2 times 25 will equal 50. So x equals 50 football players.